everyone can hear us. Hello, yes. Yeah, so is everything good? Oh, we're gonna make it happen. I can't wait to interview you, Dr. All right. So we're gonna go.
She's younger in the world along with my chick, Aaron.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to hook it up now.
Oh, I believe you hooked it up. You hooked it up. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. For everyone who is on the line, hello, good evening, and welcome to the GODSU Tuesday Icon Talk. We'll be just starting in just a moment. I believe, Dr. Reneé, is everything set up on your end? Can we begin? Hi, Sade. Thank you for and right. We cannot see you, but guess what? Everyone else can, and I'm sure you look so beautiful right now. But we see it, we see ourselves. So you see you, that's good. We're live, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, welcome to the GODSU Tuesday Icon Talk. My name is Her Excellency Cairo Eubanks. I'm 24 years old and currently serve as United Nations Youth Civil Society representative, as well as the founder of CairoSpeaks, Cairo Writes, a consulting firm that specializes in executive coaching and enhancing both interpersonal communication skills and executive writing. I offer speech coaching sessions and ghostwriting to international leaders and business executives. I am also the reigning Miss Broward County 2020 within the Miss America organization, and humbly launched my social impact initiative of unlocking youth leadership potential, which was inspired by a 3-part leadership program that my company, CairoSpeaks, Cairo Writes, developed. As Miss Broward County and as a trained MC, I host an online news blog in Broward County titled Uplifting News, which brings uplifting bite-sized content. If you didn't see it already, we had the mayor of Broward County on our show this morning, and it was phenomenal. Please visit my website, CairoSpeaks.com, to view more information about the services I offer, as well as to set up a consultation for all of your editing and coaching needs. Dr. Reneé, I'm looking at you. You look fabulous in that blue. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Speaking of wonderful, Dr. Reneé Allen is a mentor of mine, not just in pageantry, but in other areas of life, especially as an icon. And I can't wait to share with you how amazing this phenomenal woman is. Founder and CEO of Star Entertainment Group, LLC, host of the Reneé Allen and Friends show on WLVS Radio, the largest online broadcast in the United States, www.listenvisionlive.com, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST. Inaugural host of News Channel 8 television show, Women's Business Report. She's featured in the 2nd edition of Who's Who in Black Washington, D.C. as one of the Women of Excellence, Women of the Year, Be There Magazine, co-author of Rebel Rising, a #1 international bestseller and penning author of 21st century self-help book, Star Power. Vice President, Public Relations, GHS. Dr. Allen's missionary work abroad in Ghana, Africa, provided medical assistance and food to the village of Antongwa, empowerment sessions within the women, and she adopted 9 children, sponsoring their school clothes and books. Oh my goodness. Recipient of the Internet Entrepreneur Speaker Award, she served as a panelist on WHUR 96.3 XM radio channel 141 for Sisters Live, and The Daily Drum, a woman's voice, and has appeared on News Channel 9, Great Morning Washington, ION, TV, Metro Magazine. Thank you to everyone who's watching right now, liking, please. I cannot wait for you to hear what this woman has to say. She hosts many prestigious events as a red carpet correspondent, MC, and/or moderator, such as for the NAACP, CFC, Fannie Mae, Power Networking Conference, Mrs. DC America Pageant, BMW Pay It Forward, Richard Wright Gala, Navitica, 100 Black Men of Prince George's County, DCSW, National Coalition of 100 Black Women, BBB, Afro-American newspaper. Oh my goodness, the list goes on, including the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Women of Prince George's, Mason-Dixie, Leukemia, Lymphoma Society, the Spectrum Circle, WE Model USA, and more. Okay, not only is she beautiful, but she has the brains to match it. Dr. Allen is a 21-year retired and highly decorated veteran and the U.S. Navy, where she served on the prestigious President of the United States METU Mayo Clinic team for Presidents Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush, as well as the Grenada invasion and Desert Storm. Dr. Allen also serves as a PR director for Global Ovid Days Seminary and University. That's us. She has one son, Chase Joseph, and is committed to helping him and other youth realize their potential, ultimately find their passion, and achieve their goals. Dr. Allen, do we have you on the line? Did you hear all that I was saying?
Yes, thank you so much. That was rather long. I should have expected the short version.
Listen, if we said to everyone how much you did, we would be here still talking for about 30 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. How are you, beautiful?
I am fantastic now that I'm speaking to you. I'm so excited to ask you several questions that I prepared as an icon. I want to hear your words. The first question I have for you is, what is the journey that led to you becoming the People's MC?
Oh, well, Her Excellency Cairo, first of all, just let me say thank you for having me on, and congratulations for winning the title of Miss Broward County, I believe it is.
Miss Broward County, proud, absolutely proud. I almost said born and raised, but that's not true. I'm a transplant, but I'm still proud.
I'm so proud of you, and you are beauty and brains and all that, and I know you get all from your mama, because I know I'm the Chancellor Eubanks very well. So to just, I guess, briefly tell you how I acquired the name, the People's MC. You know, I have been on stage since second grade. It was my first solo was Ben from Michael Jackson's album. And although I was scared, you know, I forgot the age, maybe 6, 7, 8. But although I was scared, it felt comfortable. It felt natural. I loved getting the reactions from the people. I remember it was Roger Sherman Elementary, and I remember seeing the faces after, you know, during my singing. And so that was the first feeling of being on stage and being able to control a crowd and make them feel like they're all the VIPs. But throughout those days, you know, I did a lot of acting. I played Edna Up and Down Staircase. I played Tessitura in Gypsy. As a matter of fact, in high school, Roger Ludlow in Fairfield, Connecticut, I was scouted during that play, and I went to the Repertory Theater of Greenwich, Connecticut, which my mother would take me every night after work, which was about 45 minutes one way. And I performed there. And I always loved the stage, and not for me, but what I provided for people and how I made them feel. So throughout the military, you know, I was the host and performance for the USO shows during the Grenada invasion in Puerto Rico, Roosevelt Rose, and so many things, Cairo. But to bring it up the past 5 years or so, the former county executive, Rashad Baker, his wife, Christy, I really have to give her the credit for that, because I've been called all types of things, you know, the people that CMD and all these wonderful things, which I'm so humbled to repeat. But she was the one during the campaign. We were at Flowers High School out in the parking lot, and myself and Debbie and two other my friends, we were like, pizza, 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 you know, and all the campaign. And she was like, you are the people, and she was like, you know, behind every great man is a greater woman. So she really pegged me. And from that day on, everyone started calling me the People's MC. I mean, everyone, not just sporadically. So it's a really big charge when you say the People's MC, but I am for the people. I'm the first of 3 children. And so, you know, I've always been a gatekeeper for women or for younger people. And when I joined the military, it just parlayed into my adulthood. So I do feel like I'm a part of something for the people. I've always felt charged
agree. I believe that you, as an MC, you bring so much light and so much energy, and that's our responsibilities when we're MCing, right? We have to keep people's energies up. We have to keep the spirits lively. And, you know, I consider you to be an icon in so many different facets of the word. But I would like to know from you, if you were to use a sentence or two to encapsulate the definition of what an icon, how would you define an icon?
Well, that's a good question. You know, first of all, I don't consider myself an icon. Whatever I am is what I am. You know, I just consider myself someone who loves to see people win. And I love to edify people who are worthy and motivate people who are trying to get to where they need to go. But to answer your question, you know, I believe the dictionary calls it a person or thing regarded as a symbol or like a noted, you know, figure, I guess, you know, if you want to look at the dictionary. But I actually look at an icon as being someone who is truly 100% about community or a platform, and they are hustling. I mean, there's so many people I could say that I feel are icons in the religious field, you know, Dr. Jazz, Victory Grace Center. I believe she's an icon because I see her in the trenches, boots on the ground, really giving herself to the community and the people. So many people. I see my mom and my dad's cat as icons, but it's always not just their children, the three of us, my sisters, nieces, and nephews, but the whole community. We have people living with us, going to college, my cousins, the community. I mean, my goodness, you know, icons are just really doing what people are supposed to be doing, but don't do it. It's a giving of yourself unconditionally without someone asking you, and just really giving effort towards something that's going to be the betterment of community or for humankind. So that's my take on it.
You know what? I want to say that your answer was so great because it really did hit two birds with one stone. I mean, the second question I had was, what does the term servant leader mean to you? And you just talked about not only engaging in the community, but also leaving a legacy. This legacy of wanting to be a part of the solution was passed down to you from your parents. So we have to remember that everyone who's on the within our audience, everyone who's listening, everyone who's watching, there are ways in which you can be a servant leader just by seeing a problem and wanting to be a part of the solution, and then going from there and making sure that you leave a legacy where you share with your mentees, with those who you love, what it means to really be able to serve and serve humbly. Do you have any other words that you would like to share about that?
Well, the servant leader, it is two birds with one stone, but to talk more specifically about the servant leader, you know, someone who I met other boxers, Joe Frazier and all the great ones, but when I met and spoke to Muhammad Ali in Atlantic City, my dear friend Joe Frazier, the nephew of Smoking Joe, and I was there, and I learned so much about a servant leader. But Muhammad Ali said, you know, to others is the rent that you pay for the room here on earth. Oh. That really sums it up. It's someone who, you know, not only educates you, but inspires you, motivates you, empowers you. And the big one for me is edifies you. Because people are so worried about sometimes what they're getting or what they're not getting. If they're not getting the interview, if they're not getting the attention. But, you know, it's all about edifying people and just waiting for your spotlight for you to, you know, shine. So the servant leader is very important, and it's someone who leads by example. It's not someone telling you how to lead. It's someone who's leading, and you're watching how they lead. And it's a real thing. It's real.
I like what you just said in terms of a legacy being the rent that we pay to be able to live on earth. That is so beautiful. And Dr. Allen, after knowing you, after knowing the ways in which you contribute to society, I feel as though you paid your rent like 3 times over, you know?
Right now, coronavirus, we're trying to all pay our rent, right?
Amen, amen, amen. But you know what? I do want to say, though, that to have such a mindset, I'm curious to know if there were any challenges that you had to get to the mindset that you have today. And A question I always love to ask icons and leaders is always, what is one limiting belief that you've overcome, and what were the steps you took to get there? We want to learn from you, Dr. Reneé.
My goodness, there's so many, Cairo. There's so many. If I had to say one, wow, there's so many. I would say expectation. I almost said jealousy, but I'm going to say expectation because, you know, every decade we become a different person. We're evolving. You know, I wasn't the same person I was at 20 as I am now. You know, so every time you're learning wisdom, you're learning experiences, you're failing, you're succeeding. And when I think about expectations, I wish I had the wisdom now that I could have used in my 30s or even my 20s, because people, we're just human. Yes. And so what I used to believe, very simply, Cairo, was that if I helped you, you'd help me. If I did this, you do that. And
Dr. Reneé, you went out for a moment. You were saying that you used to think that it was more of a transactional relationship. If I give you this, you give me that. Well, then we lost you. So can you please continue where you left off?
Yeah, I'm being real transparent because I've grown and we're all growing. But when I was in my early 20s, I had joined the military at 17. So I always, you know, if I was nice to you, you'd be nice to me. If I helped you, you would help me. And I still feel that's the way it should be. But I realized I used to believe that, and now I've come to realize that's just not. It's not a realistic thought or expectation. You know, people give in ways that they can. I may give you $20. You may give me a break that opens the door where I get $20,000. It's like you can't really expect it. And I learned that in my mid-40s. And I'm still, you know, walking through that because I'm a giver, I'm a server, I love to help people. And sometimes when I'm looking for help with it, every now and then, you know, it doesn't come too often, I'm a go-getter and I'll go get what I need and want. But when you need somebody, like we all need somebody. And so when I'm disappointed, especially in someone who appears to be a friend, now hear me because, you know, we're on Facebook and everyone's a friend, you know, but I'm saying people you talk to on a regular basis, people who you may be building a business with, and they just one day just go cold turkey on you. You're like, what happened? So expectations can be very tricky. And what I can share with everyone who's listening and who will hear this in the future is try not to expect things from people. When you know, I was telling my son this when he was young. He sneezed. I had a daycare called Teacher James Daycare, and I was teaching kids, you know, manners and all the things my parents taught me. And one day my son sneezed, and one of the boys, his friends in the daycare, he didn't say God bless you. He said, "Aren't you going to say God bless you?" And to this day, I remember this because when you say thank you, you expect you're welcome. But I'm trying to say, don't expect it. Some people weren't taught it. Some people would be having a bad day. Maybe their mind is so, you know, like now it's coronavirus, their mind is so crazy that they forget to say it. So I would just say, try not to expect. Just do things from your heart. Keep it moving, and it'll all come.
You know, I completely agree. Dr. Reneé Allen was just sharing a limiting belief that she's overcome, and one of that was just having expectations. And what I've learned and what I'm continuously learning is that sometimes you just have to give openly and know that God is going to see your heart. There are people who are watching, and they will acknowledge that. There are so many servant leaders who feel as though no one is watching, but they are, especially in such a globalized world, and we're all so connected. People are watching, even if they don't tell you. And so we have to walk every day knowing that even if we don't get the thank you that we had wanted in that moment in time, we can thank ourselves. I say thank you. I say good job, Cairo, just in case nobody else does. You know, you got I'm keeping it real. I mean, at the end of the day, there are people who may be too shy to tell you, you know, or maybe they're going through something like you said, or maybe it was just a bad day. So we have to keep that in mind and just keep moving as to what we are called to do. And I just also want to say that there are also cultural differences that may play a part. You know, some people don't smile And so when you're smiling at them, they don't smile back at you. You're like, ooh, someone's having a bad day. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're more neutral face, and maybe you just didn't know that. So I just say that we all from different perspectives. And so, yes, I'm so glad that you shared what you did, Dr. Allen. I want to ask you one last question for those who are, yes, I just see someone saying, yes, Sade, encourage yourself. Right, yes. We got to encourage ourselves. We got to give ourselves the pat on the back, just in case no one else does that particular day, right? So, Dr. Allen, for those who've been moved by your words and want to learn more about you or how to contact you, please tell us where we can find you.
If I may just say something about the smiling, I am involved with a small project with Ken Rashawn, the small project. And I just want to say what you said was so profound. Smiling is a natural, it's just a natural kind of connection throughout the world when you smile. Smiling can make all the difference. So I appreciate what you said. I just wanted to piggyback off that. But you can contact me on Instagram. It's The People's MC. People's is plural, and MC is E-M-C-E-E. You can also go to my website, Reneé Allen, ALLEN.com. And I have an email, reneeallenandfriends@gmail.com. I'm going to be giving a basic media class, a virtual class. My first one, I've been asked to do it so many times, and now that we're kind of, quarantine, I'm going to do that, Cairo. And it's going to be next Tuesday, and I'm going to give you the information. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, but it's a virtual media class. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Reneé Allen. You are absolutely amazing. And I just want to spell your first name and last name for everyone who wants to find you. Go find this woman. She's amazing. R-E-N-E-E. And then Allen is A-L-L-E-N. So if you want to contact her, you can contact her using all of what she shared, including the People's MC, being People's plural, M-C-E-M-C-E-E. Dr. Allen, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being a part of our call and being the first one as we relaunch the GODSU Tuesday Icon Talk. You were the first person. What better person to start with, right?
I'm so honored. Look, and I'm so excited for you and your sister Don and your brother Dakar and your whole entire family. Such a great example of a great family to support each other. And I'm so happy about everything happening with you as the pageant. Bam! Boom! There.
Oh my goodness. Okay, just as an aside, because this woman is such an expert. I mean, she's a leader in so many different fields, having been in the military, but also pageantry. You best believe that I was practicing with her. I was asking her, ask me a question, ask me a question. So, I mean, the network within GODSU is just incredible. And having opportunities to work with people is amazing. And Dr. Allen is our Vice Provost. And again, Dr. Allen, we relaunched the GODSU Tuesday Icon Talk for 2020. You're our first interviewee for 2020, and what better person to start with? So speaking of outstanding global workers, between March 30th and today, April 7th, we have 14 leaders we would love to acknowledge. The first being Dr. Emmanuel Irono Chaplain, and then, who did I just talk about? Vice Provost Dr. Reneé Allen. So thank you for the work you're doing, as well as Assistant Dean Dr. Grace Akpignon. We also have Dr. Morris Red Chaplain, His Excellency Dakar Eubanks sitting right beside me, as well as Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, and Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Vicky Stokes, and also Vice Chancellor His Excellency Dr. Willis Eubanks, Dr. Lester Brian Hicks Chaplain, Dr. Shirley M. Barlow Chaplain, and Dr. Barbara Bunch Mitchell Chaplain. Thank you to everyone who has been, consistently supporting GODSU through their deeds, through their acts, through their works. Remember, we are all about global servants of God. And I would be remiss if I did not include, even though I was included as the 14th person, I want to share this limelight with Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, who is our chaplain. I'm chancellor and a chaplain as well. She's over all of our chaplaincy programs in terms of just facilitating, making sure that it looks amazing, as well as our dean of chaplaincy programs, Dakar Eubanks. He's a director. I want to just let you know that without Chancellor Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, none of this would be possible. She is the visionary. She is the one who has conceived this. And then, as she always talks about being an actionaire, the term that was coined by Dr. Michael V. Roberts, we're all about being actionaires. So speaking of actionaires, we have several actionaires on the line, and we're going to turn it over to His Excellency Dakar to share with us some information regarding these amazing, outstanding global workers of God. We've already highlighted Vice Provost Dr. Reneé Allen, and we have two other women we would love to recognize as well. I'm turning it over to him. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'm transitioning over for Dakar to take us over. Thank you.
Yes, welcome and good evening, everybody. I am His Excellency Dakar. I am the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, as well as your MC, Co-MC and engineer for this Tuesday talk. And we had some stellar, outstanding GODSU workers that were listed by our MC, Her Excellency Cairo. And at this time, I wanted to have Reverend Dr. Vicki Stokes, one of our outstanding workers of GODSU, to please tell us about yourself and talk about your business and, for 30 seconds.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Vicki Stokes, and I am Assistant Dean and Chaplain here at this amazing God Seminary University. And I'm also the founder of Sister to Sister Gathering. Sister to Sister Gathering was founded in actually 1997, and it was birthed out of, the ministry was birthed out of misery that I was actually going through. And that's something that I share with all of the women that I come in contact with. So often we were going through a heartbreak, a tough time. We want God to deliver us, and we want to forget all about it. But in actuality, the Lord made me birthing a business, a ministry, and that's what He did for me. And so as I was going through a lot of hurt and pain in my 20s, God was speaking to me that He was going to use it as a catalyst for me to serve and help women. And that's what we do in Sister Gathering. It's a discipleship and coaching, mentoring program for women, body women, homeless women, women addicted to drugs and alcohol. And we minister, and we coach, and we walk with them. Sister to sister, that's what we do. And I've been doing it now 20 plus years.
Wonderful. And for our listeners that want to get in contact with you, can you please give them a way of contacting you?
Yes, you can find me on social media. So I am on Facebook, Sister to Sister, and that's SISTER, the number 2, SISTER Gathering on Facebook. It's also Sister to Sister Gathering on Twitter as well.
Wonderful. And also, she is also one of our co-hosts for our daily God Success Teach and Pray that we have Monday through Friday at 7:40 to 8:05. So please tune in to us. You can visit the same stream that you're either watching, or you can call the conference call line. So please call us in the morning. And without any further ado, wanted to have our outstanding alum and worker of God, Dr. Grace Ekpeng-Young. Will you please have your 30-second elevation and tell us about your business.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be on. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and
Hello?
clear.
Okay, great. So I'm very excited to be on. I'm sorry I was a bit running late because of the traffic. And I'm Dr. Reneé, and my main mission is the Genesis Foundation. And this is a program that is meant to teach children. And we have been working with some of the orphanage homes in the northern part of Nigeria, in the Jos area. I have a very good worker of mine, named Magdalene, who is interested in becoming a chaplain, by the way. She is an evangelist married to a pastor, so they do have all those kinds of activities, and they're very happy to help me, work with kids, find out what they need. And recently we have had a Valentine's Day event in which we, teach them and kind of engage them and find out what their interests are and feed them and those kinds of things. And they were very excited. And we found out that one of the main problems that these children have is lack of footwear. So we, with a little token, we did supply slippers in a good quality to all of them. We thank God for that blessing, and they were very happy. And our next mission is to, adopt one of the classrooms, and these children do not have any chair to sit on in the classrooms. It's very sad when you look at their classes, especially the ones for the kindergarten. So we wanted to adopt one of the classes that kind of, provide a model that we can use to show our sponsors what our project is. So I'm very happy and thank God for GODSU, and you all have a good evening.
Yes, thank you for your introduction. And how can we get in contact with you?
Okay. Our phone number is 443-768-6095. You can reach us usually between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. If not, you can text at any time. And you can email us. Our email address is E as in Edward, M as in mom, P as in Paul, CHAARB, that's empathair, at gmail.com. And we'll be very happy that the preferred mode of communication is the texting at this time.
Wonderful, thank you. And at this time we have, yes, God bless you as well. And at this time, I wanted to have our Dean, Dr. Morris Red, please give us your 30-minute introduction.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Morris Red. I'm the CEO and chairman of Mind Over Matter Universal, which is a transformational life coaching business. I'm also the Dean of Administration for GODSU and daily worker with GODSU. Thank you, His Excellency Dakar.
Thank you. And how can we contact you?
So I can be reached on 202-256-8620. And my email is mindovermatter, the letter U, at gmail.com. mindovermatteru@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And we have our...
And if I may, His Excellency, just for a second, I'm sorry. Just to give a synopsis of what my company offers. like I said, we're a transformational life coaching business that provides its clients with meaningful reflection to help determine their own self-determination. So we start with the mindset, and that's why I have the name Mind Over Matter University, where everything originates. Everything originates from the soul, and of course that's the heart, but then also in terms of working in this temporal world of ours, everything is thought-based. So we talk about the thought, we get to the root of all different things. Like Cairo just mentioned, self-limiting beliefs. So we try to erase a lot of those, identify them and erase them so that individuals can reach their potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Red. And we also wanted to bring on another outstanding worker of God, Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett. And will you please give your introduction, your 30-second introduction? Yes, Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, can you please give your 30-second introduction?
Oh, yes, I had the mute on. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. This is Dr. Leo. This is Dr. Leo Pickett coming to you live now, and I am known as the singing chaplain, and I may be reached at my email is Leo Pickett 62 at gmail.com, and I enjoy spreading the word of the Lord, and I'm into poetry ministries, and along with another singer, we're the only non-poets, but we get balanced to this group of about 25 poets, and we observe all of the important months like National Women's Month, Black History Month, and Poetry Month, and so on. So that's a quick way to reach me. My cell is 301-806-2287.
Wonderful. And thank you for that. And he is also one of our leaders for the Teach and Pray that we have Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday at 7:40 a.m. to 8:05 a.m. And so please listen to us tomorrow in the morning on the same platform you are watching or listening to us. And at this time, wanted to have our Dr. Lester Hicks, chaplain, one of our outstanding workers of GODSU this week, and wanted to have you do your 30-second introduction.
Thanks for having me, sir. My name is Dr. Lester Brian Hicks, owner of Less Risk Solutions, LLC. I'm a small disadvantaged business owner and a minority-owned company. I have over 42 years consulting experience in occupational safety and then hazardous waste recycling. The absence of accidents does not imply the presence of safety. Accidents on and off the job are costly to the employer, bottom line, and is hazardous to the employee's health and finance. Such cost is realized by the employer when there's property damage and decreased profit. The employers lost wages, but most importantly, there's pain and suffering and sometimes the loss of life. My passion to protect workers from themselves in the workplace and in their homes have resulted in me earning 21 awards from the state of Georgia, 7 Best Practice Awards from our former employer, Lockheed Martin, and for the programs I've conceived and implemented throughout the years. I can be reached, cell number 404-653-4227. Email info@lessrisk.solutions.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Lester Hicks. And thank you, everybody that listened. Those were our outstanding workers of GODSU for last week. And there's still room. You can be mentioned next week. So please send in your 20-minute reports. We're calling it your 20 for 2020. So without any further ado, wanted to thank you guys for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next week and also tomorrow morning on the Teach and Pray. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.